What's up, everybody? Mojo-Synthesis back for another episode, and we're here today to discuss some rap. What you got for us today?
Well, we got for you today, we got PUSHA-T with a bit of a treat, though. They have his brother, Malice, back on the track with him, with a featuring from Labyrinth.
Ooh. All right, let's get it. Okay, PUSHA-T, I've heard the name. I can honestly say I have no idea about any of the songs, nor have I heard of Labyrinth or Malice. So, genuine reaction coming up. I'm ready.
Is you ready?
Oh, you're ready.
Let's go.
All right, let's hit it.
I pray for my enemies, I pray for my friends, I pray for the one who will betray me again. Pray for the killers, I pray for the saints, please pray for me now, 'cause darling, I pray for you. I pray for you. I pray for you. I pray for you. Pray.
Just so you know, I love organs. That's awesome.
Yeah, we'll talk about the organ when it comes to
All right, all right.
Rarely do you see the phoenix rise from the ashes. Lightning struck twice on 4 classics. Self-preservation. We separate ourselves from the plastic. The ankle of my sweat still elastic. At home, still forever young. Then I'm a somersault backwards through these chapters. Land in the soft white, cook it till it's off-white. They questioning my scorecard, hold it to a torchlight. Light. See, I had the foresight. My 911 was pulling up to matching Porsche night. Ooh, the married drug dealer even named my son Bricks. He raps what he lives, so fuck the nanny gon' sit. It's the searching for the plug, that's the nomad in me. Still the X factor, that's the rule hand in me. Reluctantly a role model, the drowned in too many gold.
All right, so I know you said you're going to talk about the organ later, but I mean, is it a known? I mean, from listening to it, the organ chords they're played backwards.
right.
Yeah, that's that's really cool.
Right.
That is awesome. I'm really liking that. So yeah, organs for me. Not, I mean, organs are kind of metal. They're pretty metal, but it's just I like some classical music. I like pipe organs. I just like the sound. So this grabbed me right away. All right.
Bottles, Harold Melvin without the blue note. The past 10 years screaming Uno. Then sidestep back into the duo. The kings of the Pyrex. I'm my brother's keeper if you listen and you dissect. It's money if you listen to my dialect. Bitch, I shot grinding in my mama's projects. I'm just being honest with you. How is that for context? You can live forever when the shit you write is timeless. We gon' live shit we write is timeless. Tell me what I missed. New designer drugs and emotions I don't get. I don't Hellcat, still paddle when I shift. Vietnam flashbacks, I get triggered by a sniff. Days top 5s only strengthening my myth. Belong on Rushmore just from chiseling a brick. Still fighting demons, see that curse is now my gift. Secrets die with me, that's his. That is no coincidence. When I was in the mix, Opened up your nose like I'm cutting it with Vicks. Slaving over stoves like I rub together sticks. Paved another road so my soul exists. But heaven only knows I will dig another ditch. In a suit and tie like you putting on the Ritz. 3 record deals showed me ignorance was bliss. Trying to milk a game that is it. X told you hell is hot, I told you repent. Faith never wavered as I walked along the fence. Faith moves mountains, so what are you up against? Watch my brother round you bitches. I greet you with the love of God, that don't make us friends. I might whisper in his ear, bury all of them. Light another tiki torch and carry it again. Back up on my high horse's chariot. Put the ring back on a finger, marry it again.
Wow.
Lyricism.
That's exactly what was running through my head as I'm hearing what he's saying.
Lyricism.
Yeah, I mean we'll obviously get to a lyrical breakdown, but yeah, man, that's some heavy stuff.
No, like Malice. We're gonna have a conversation about Malice in a few. But whoo, that verse right there gotta be right now verse of the year.
So now, who was that? That was just that was Malice.
Right, that was Malice.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you tell me about that later. All right, right back in. You know what's interesting is I'm going to be playing you a band, not today, but it's going to remind me of this. Oh. Well, that was that kind of I didn't expect the abrupt ending like that. Sorry, or I wouldn't have stopped it right then and there. But dude, that was good, man. I like that.
I'm gonna tell you the reason that you like that song, right?
Oh, okay.
It's produced by Kanye.
All right, yeah. After that, Devil in a New Dress, I like that. Yeah. But and that one was good. I like this one, man. I like it a lot, actually. I love the organs. I love the backwards organ. That jumped out to me right away. Right away, that jumped out to me that they used that technique, and that's really cool. So awesome. All right, man. That was hot. I like that. I like that a lot. So, Dwayne, tell me about PUSHA-T, please.
Let's talk about it. PUSHA-T is a Southern rapper from Virginia Beach. He's one of the top 5 lyricists that you can say, like right now, that's holding the lyricism down from the age of the golden era. So he's one of those guys that come from the cloth of Big Daddy Kane, Rakim, Coogee Rap, LL, Slick Rick. So we're gonna talk about them later on in a couple of videos. But PUSHA-T, cool. Seeing that he's from Virginia, you don't think as Virginians or Southerners as lyricists, you know what I'm saying? And the producer that discovered him is Pharrell. So they all kind of grew up together, Pharrell, Timbaland, and it said that like most of the athletes that come from the Virginia Beach area, that whole greater Virginia Beach area, they say they have the most talent that came out of that area in the industry, as far as athletes, as far as musicians, as far as entertainers, and they arguably have a big argument for it. So PUSHA-T and his brother Malice comes from that cloth.
Nice. So where you said Virginia Beach?
Right.
I had no idea that was a hotbed of talent coming out of there.
Allen Iverson comes from there.
Okay.
Michael Vick comes from there.
All right.
Plaxico Burress comes from there. We have a lot of athletic talent as well as musicianship that comes from out of there.
Allen Iverson, just a quick sidebar. At a restaurant I used to work at, his mom used to come in all the time.
Oh, that's fly.
After basketball games, and used to tip the servers with basketball tickets.
That's dope.
Anyway, back to PUSHA-T.
That's dope. Yeah. But Pusha is also, this is from his latest album. It's Almost Dry. So everyone knows that PUSHA-T is in he kind of stays in one lane. He talks about his past being a former drug dealer and being a top tier drug dealer. So he's also the president of Kanye West's label Good Music. He's also he's also an executive producer on a lot of projects that come out. He and his brother both are probably bar for bar some of the top lyrical groups that came out in the last 20-something years.
Okay.
So his brother retired and became a Christian artist. So his brother went from Malice to No Malice. So he put out 2 albums.
Wait, so that's his actual
his
brother?
Yeah, his brother's 5 years older than him.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So his brother literally retired from rap in 2015 and then put out a spiritual album in 2017, another one in
So wait, he put it out and his name now is No Malice?
right.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
Then he put one out in 2013.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken. So those albums are because he retired as a multi-millionaire, so he had still access to the top level production to be able to play high level producers to do his music, and his albums was tough.
Okay, so now let me ask you, you would call him a Christian artist at that point?
Yeah, you can say Christian, spiritual.
Okay, now that's same type of music, same style, or
No, he's more talking about his life changing stuff that he's seen, but still adding biblical context to it.
Okay. So now, what year did this song come out?
This just came out.
Oh.
This is PUSHA-T's new album that just came out 2 weeks ago.
Oh. Okay. So
it's very current.
So that makes what you just told me about Malice.
Right.
The lyrics. Not to jump ahead to a lyrical breakdown, but they make a lot of sense.
Right.
Wow.
Right. That's why the introduction was so prevalent with the way he came in. So
okay.
Kind of, what did I miss? Oh, this is what I missed? Oh, psh. This is your top 5? This is your top 5? This is what I missed. That's critical, B.
All right. Cool. Well, Virginia Beach, a lot of good coming out of there. That's a good story.
Yeah.
I like the name going from Malice to No Malice.
Right.
That's actually
Right.
could it have been any more perfect for what he went through in his life?
Right. That's ill.
Nice.
That's ill.
What's next? Oh yeah, a lyrical breakdown. We'll be right back. All right. Now, as I was listening to the lyrics on this one, it was looking pretty deep and pretty heavy. So, break them down for me.
Okay, lyrical breakdown. Self-preservation. We separate ourselves from the plastic. The ankle on my sweat still elastic. Still do gymnastics. If hoes still forever young. Now he's kind of talking about his past. You know what I'm saying? Because it kind of correlates to him and Jay-Z. They call Jay-Z Hove. So Hove had a song called Forever Young. So Hove still is kind of growing up, still looking very young for his age. He's in his 50s now. And he's still young in the game, in the industry. That's a young hip-hop industry. Hip-hop is really just under 50 years old if you look at it. So Pusha's past is basically coming from a moving weight kind of, you know what I'm saying, past. And that's what he raps about. Everybody that listens to him knows what he raps about. He doesn't glorify it though. He kind of talks about it in a lyrical manner that says, all right, this is not what you're supposed to do. So when he says a line like that, that's what, you know what I'm saying? So you saying he's still doing gymnastics, meaning that he's still flipping the keys, but he's flipping lyricism in the industry. So that's the way I took it.
Nice.
So when he says, then I'm a somersault backwards through the chapters, land on soft white, cook it until it's hard white, until it's off white. So anybody that been in that world know when you cook that stuff, it turns a particular color. You know what I'm saying? So you can move it. The question of my scorecard, hold it to a torch light. I hit it on a Porsche light. See, it had the foresight. My 911 was pulling up the matching Porsche, now matching up the Porsche night. Now, if you're familiar with the vehicles, or familiar with the car industry, the 911 is the Porsche. You know what I'm saying? So when you look at that 911, the call that he made is that Porsche night when they all, like, if you ever seen, like, here in Jersey, when I lived in Bloomfield, there was a Porsche day. They would all meet up at Wendy's before they go out. So you see about 25 of the illest Porsches that were mostly 911s. at that time. Yeah,
okay.
they were various colors. They all had race cars. So I'll see all these guys from various areas of that tri-state area meet up to, you know what I'm saying, to drive their Porsches to do their race car driving. So that's prevalent in that line, and I'm sure that happens in a lot of cultures in a lot of places in different cities. And you going to the married drug dealer, even remind him, named his son Bricks. So his son is, you know what I'm saying, literally named Bricks. So that's kind of ill. Mm-hmm. He raps where he lives, so F the nanny go sit. Where the F the nanny gonna sit? I'm a grown man in the searching for the plug. That's the nomad in me. Still the X Factor, that's the Rohan in me. Now you're familiar with movies. Tom Cruise played Rohan. He was, you know what I'm saying? Tom Cruise played a samurai.
Right.
So he played, that's the, you know what I'm saying? So that's what he said. He's the X Factor, sitting in the world of rappers that still kind of did a whole bunch of stuff. Like a lot of rappers started to do everything in the industry to fit in with what was current, but he stayed in his lane. So when you look at Rohan, he stayed in his lane, but he still learned how to do what the samurais did and respected what they did, but he stayed in his lane. So Pusha kind of stays right in that lane. He doesn't really venture out.
Nice. So the next line is something that I caught me when we were reacting to it, but reluctantly a role model. What does he mean by that?
So when you place in a position of power, he's a multi-millionaire, and he's one of the people that are in the industry that has had success with his clothing brand and success with fashion. So they were into high-end fashion, and people were kind of following that trend. That the Bape outfits, the sneakers, the $500 sneakers that look like Uptowns. He and Pharrell and Eclipse, and that anybody that was around that at that time in the early 90s, they were trending that thing. They you know what I'm saying? They were the ones that kind of brought it to the United States. There was other people doing it, but they were top tier dudes that were doing it in the industry. So him being considered a role model, he's like, am I a role model? But you are the president of a big label with Kanye West, who's a multi-billionaire. You know what I'm saying? So everybody knows who Kanye West is, but so he's kind of reluctant of saying that. Am I a role model? Yeah, you kind of are, my man. You kind of are, because people kind of want your bread. People kind of want your position of what you're doing.
So that's interesting about, you know, and I think that happens to a lot of just people in general, not necessarily artists. But when a person achieves a certain level of success, whether they like it or not, they become a role model.
Right.
Especially in music and entertainment, their voices are really big, and I guess sometimes they let it go to their heads and they start talking about all kinds of stuff. But I think it's cool. See, I like that reaction, what you just said from him to, I like the reluctant role model, because honestly, I think those are probably the better role models, the best role models, to be a reluctant one, which means you probably really have something to offer, right, than someone jumping out there and saying like, yeah, I got you, come talk to me, I can corral around me, I'll teach you the way. You know, that person probably doesn't have as much to say and is probably a little more into themselves than someone who doesn't want to or is reluctant to go out. So that's cool. I like that. I like it. Nice.
So when Malice enters, Malice says, "Tell me what I missed. New designer drugs and emotions I don't get. I don't Hellcat. Still paddling my shift. Woo! My goodness. Just the intro line." Me and little bro Aaron, we was talking about this line the other day. The other night, Aaron called me and we had a discussion.
What's up, Aaron?
We had a discussion about Malice's verse. His verse was probably, like, for me, I love lyricism and I love like bar for bar breakdowns. So when him coming in saying, "Tell me what I missed," if you're a Clips fan and you follow Pusha-T, you know his brother retired from rap, and his brother kind of fell back from a lot of the industry stuff. Now, you know what I'm saying? And people always ask Pusha, "Yo, where's your brother at? What is he up to? What is he doing?" He said, "Yo, you gotta hit him up. You know what I'm saying? Follow through with him. He's his own man." And mind you, Malice is like 5 years older than Push. So, you know what I'm saying? So now he goes into Vietnam flashbacks. I get triggered by a sniff. Whew! So again, everybody knows what type of rappers they both were when they were in the industry. When you think about a Vietnam flashback, he said he gets triggered by a sniff. So that means, dang.
Right. Even if he's that's something that triggers him to remember the flashback to his old life that he gave up. All right.
That's hard. That's a bar.
Nice. Very cool.
He goes into today's top 5 only strengthens my myth. Belong to a Rushmore, just chiseling the bricks. Yo, today's top 5 is only strengthening my myth. Wow. That means today's top 5. Again, we're gonna break down everybody's top 5. I know that a lot of people have a different top 5. My top 5 changes based upon the mood I'm in and what I'm listening to in the gym.
Yeah, definitely.
But but you know what I'm saying? Like, but I'll give my top 5 in a later couple of videos that we're gonna do later on. But today's top 5, if you can consider J. Cole, Kendrick, Drake, then you still got Nas and Jay-Z in there, but then you'll go with Lil Durk for some people and Lil Baby or The Baby. So today's top 5 are a lot of the younger guys or the younger females who they listen to right now. So today's top 5 for him, he's like, yeah, y'all really? It's like a sarcasm, like, wow, this is who you rock with?
Wow.
So that was ill for me. Belonging to Mount Rushmore, chiseling my bricks, still fighting demons. See the curses now my gift. Secrets die with what that's deep is the abyss. That's no coincidence when I was in a mix. So you're looking at that line, he's still fighting his demons. Even though he stepped out of that world, he's still fighting the demons and he's still on the fence of I'm still on that fence, but nah, I'm gonna stay in that spiritual realm. I'm gonna stay in the spiritual side, but I'm gonna come over here for a little while to visit my brother's world for a little while. So that's you know what I'm saying? So all those lines, when you look in line for line, Rakim said, if you're gonna be a rapper that's nice and lyrical, make sure all your lines coincide with each other. So that's what he's doing. That's everything that he's doing.
Nice. Yeah, I like that. Still fighting demons. See that curse is now my gift. That's pretty cool. And and for someone who's recovered from, would you call him would he consider himself a recovered drug addict?
Drug dealer.
Drug dealer. Okay. But yeah, I guess any kind of reformation on that level, it's especially if if his brother is still there or whatever, I can see where he's might go back and forth, but yeah, that's cool. It's a good line.
Then you're going down to slaving over stoves like a rub sticks together, paving another road, my soul will coexist, but heaven only knows I will dig another ditch in a suit and like I'm putting on a Ritz. 3 record deals show my ignorance is bliss. Whew. Trying to milk a game that is only 2%. X told you hell is hot. Now I told you just repent. Yo. So now you're talking about, now he gets into DMX. Sidebar. DMX and No Malice were going to make a record together. Like, they were going to make a record together, and they possibly would have made an entire LP and an album together before DMX had passed. They talked about it.
Oh, so they were talking about doing this recently,
right?
Ah.
So like when they don't say, because DMX he's a spiritual, he has a lot of spiritual stuff in his music. So him and No Malice were talking about doing something together. So that'd have been crazy. That would.
Now let me ask you this: after the story you just told me about Malice, No Malice, do you think if they had gotten together prior, might the outcome for DMX have been different?
I'm not sure of that, because a lot of people was in DMX's corner to help him out. So I'm not sure of that. He had a lot of, like, a Swiss Beats,
right?
Jadakiss and the Locks, what we're going to get to later on.
Interesting.
Which was always in his corner, helping him out, doing things with him and for him. So I'm not sure of that.
Okay.
But it's interesting. That's an interesting thought, though.
All
right. Faith never wavered as I walk on the offense. Faith moves mountains, so what you go up against. Watch my brother around you bitches. Now I know he pretends. I greet you with the love of God that don't make us friends. I might whisper in his ear, bury all of them. So now you put, again, all those lines are going together. And he said, like, bury all of them basically means, in a lyrical form, destroy them. Keep your lyricism up. He told his brother, yo, bury them. If they still wavering and they still on the fence, now you get to bury them. Because again, Pusha stayed in that particular lane. He didn't do the bounce rap. He didn't do, you know what I'm saying? Even though he's considered from the South, he didn't do the Southern style of rap. When everybody started going to the South music and going to the West Coast music, he kind of stayed in the lane with Pharrell type of beats. He stayed in the lane with Kanye type of beats, and they stayed in that lyricism and that sound, that East Coast sound, that purest East Coast sound.
Nice.
So that's why these, like, as a group, they were probably slept on, but I would say top 10 groups of all times in the hip hop industry.
Very cool. All right, so let's say you got one more spot to end it up here. Light another tiki torch.
Light another tiki torch and carry it again. Back up on a hot horse. It's chariots again. Put a ring on it. Put a ring on his finger and marry it again. And you know what I'm saying? That's him saying, if I put this tiki torch up, I'm gonna let y'all know I'm on my high horse again, and I may be back. If I put that ring on it, I'm gonna marry this rap thing again, but it depends. So now he's kind of stepping into the fans world, saying, maybe me and my brother can do another album together, and I can rap just like this, and he can rap like that, and I can kind of let you guys think that I'm gonna get in, maybe or maybe not. We never know.
Nice. Cool.
So when he's coming in with the hook, I pray for my enemies. I pray for my friends. I pray for the ones who betray me again. I pray for the killers. I pray for the saints. Please pray for me now, because I'm daring you. Because, darling, I pray for you. I pray for you. I pray for you and I pray for you. So that hook is a dope hook. A dope, you know what I'm saying, intro hook. And it kind of gives you what they're going to get into as far as their lyricism. Because, you know what I'm saying, and when you think about the beat that Kanye did, the beat is kind of having, it kind of leaned itself toward Malice. You know what I'm saying? You're hearing those church organs, you're hearing those sounds. It kind of leans into what Malice does. You know what I'm saying? So Kanye kind of crafted a sound that Malice can feel comfortable on, and as well as Labneth, because Labneth had that same type of dark sound, but Pusha also has that same dark sound. So if you close your eyes, you can, you know what I'm saying, you close your eyes, you can visualize like it being a dark kind of video if they were to do a video for it. It'll be kind of ill.
Nice. Yeah, that intro got me right away. That for me, that was kind of coming out of the gate hard.
Right.
You know, just pray for my enemies. I pray for my friends. I pray for the ones who won't betray me again. That was pretty cool. Awesome. All right, very cool. Dwayne, you got anything else on Pusha-T with Labyrinth and Malice for me?
Pusha-T is probably one of the top 5. We're going to get to that whole top 5 in the next, you know what I'm saying, couple of videos. Gonna be a lot of top 5 arguments.
Ooh, all right.
And I'm with it.
Awesome. All right, cool. Well then, for Mojo-Synthesis, I'm Tony.
I'm Dwayne.
We'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching, everybody. And if you've got a song that you would like Dwayne and Tony to break down, send us an email at mojosynthesis@gmail.com.